Okay, good. Sorry. I didn't know my mic had glitched. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, what's up, my good people? It is your girl, Mitch Gaming, and we are officially live tonight for the last day in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Games Season 9. We have been having a blast from day one when we started at 52 teams, and now we are down to 16 teams, and we of course want to see which team is going to be crowned the best PUBG mobile team in the Kenya PUBG Mobile League Game Season 9. We have seen teams coming up really good. We have seen nothing to lose. They're dominating. We have seen a 3-5-1. Even though they've already been taken back to live, they have also dominated the games. We have seen many teams coming up really doing their best and trying to dominate in this PUBG mobile Kenya scene, and we are here for exactly that. We want to see them dominating and doing the thing. And of course, if you're here already in the live stream, in the comment section, you can tell us what you think about season 9. Has it been interesting? Have you seen teams that you have spotted and do you want to see them do more? Yesterday we had a team like Prime eSports really coming up really well, and they got themselves a chicken dinner. And then we got a team like Invincible there. Hey, nimeongea kama mkamba hapo, but we got a team like Invisibles. They came in and they got 2 chicken dinners in a row. That was really impressive coming from the team that is Invisibles. So as the games progress, we want to see how the teams are going to be performing. Are we going to be seeing new teams getting chicken dinners in the last game? Of course, after this first game, right after the break, I will be showing you guys the overall ranking as of yesterday's game, first day in the grand finale. Like we said, we only been having 2 days in the grand finale because tomorrow the PUBG Mobile Africa Cup games finally begin. I mean, I don't know if you guys are excited, but I can tell you for a fact I'm really excited because lazima we see which team is going to be representing Kenya when it comes to PUBG Mobile Africa Cup. Also in the comment section, you can tell me which teams are you vouching for. But for Deadly Jamal right now, he will be having a hard time trying to survive. Still, like the Slaughter unit team wants to get that knock on Deadly Jamal. A beautiful Kobe there from ST Mahiri, and that nade does connect, and of course he will be taking him back to live. But as you can see, the cover there from Jamal's team, that is Deadly. They are getting the cover as they tried going for that push to get a fast on Deadly, and the kill, of course, will be making sure that is not possible. They won't be giving them any cover at all. They will be making sure that the players from Deadly and the Slaughter unit themselves have to really dominate and win these fights. Deadly Clan having 2 players remaining. We'll be waiting to see how Deadly, Manu and his teammates do. But as they do that, we can see a fight somewhere, and there's a team that is already getting knocked, and that is Prime eSports. 2 of their players are down. That is XYZ, Sukuna, and Vaughn are the only 2 players remaining from their team. You can see the players there from Team 7 trying to get closer. I can see Deadly there doing a good thing, but then it seems like Manu has been knocked as well. But now the last player remaining from Team 7, that is NV, they will be going for that push. DBS in hand there, that's with the first shot, but then Prime, Vaughn, beautiful spray. He is able to get that elimination on the last player from NV. Looking at the Slaughter unit right now, they were able to take on the players from Deadly Clan, taking them all the way back to lobby. So that's a really impressive thing to see, and of course we want to see how that will be progressing throughout the game. We are just getting started. It is the first game of the night. I mean, it is the last day. We are basically in the grand finale when it comes to the Kenya PUBG Mobile League Game Season 9 Grand Finals. I'm not sure if already mshaingia kwenye game, but of course I have to find a way of looking into the live. But for now, guys, tell me one thing. PMAC is starting tomorrow, and in the comment section I really want to know if you're spectating, which team are you spectating, and the team that you're spectating, has that team registered for the PUBG Mobile Africa Cup 2025 Brutal Cycles? They're getting into a fight. We're going to see a knock there on the players of BPX. They have been able to get at least a knock on their side, and of course we're going for that push. Night Strikers, 2 players down, Plink, and that is Zaza. He will be down and knocked. That means only 1 player remains standing. Of course, Kirby will be making sure to get that fast on the players of Night Strikers. He is watching that Shaki. He is waiting for someone to make a mistake. So we'll wait here to see what Kirby does. But then he does get good cover, and the player there from Night Strikers is down. And just like that, Brutal Cycles, we're just in the first phase of the zone, okay? And they already have 8 eliminations to their name. I mean, BP BPX are coming up good. So watch it, Tona. Maybe this is a side of BPX we had not seen in a very long time, but we are here to see exactly that. If they're here to entertain us, we love exactly that. Brutal Cycles is also known for the good play when it came to the PUBG Mobile Africa Cup Championships. Kenya edition. And that was really good seeing that now they're finally doing that thing all over again. If you're here in the live stream, please go ahead and Ati Hamniski. No way, bro. No way. Skopim Naniski Abana. Okay, let's go ahead and comment there in the comment section. Keep the chat as active as possible because that is exactly why we are here. We also have the team that we all know is Nkali's team, and that is 44 Nganush. Another team that honestly, initially, like I said, we were not sure if they're going to be making it to the finals, but they have broken all odds and they have been able to give us something to talk about. And that is the 44 Nganush making it to the grand finale. Invisible players that are making it to fight against the players from Brutal Cycles. And now we want to see how that goes. There we can see Hyunbin, I Contain, being able to get a knock on Scurvy. That means BPX are not having an easy time against the players from Invisibles. I Touched You finally joined the game, and you know how that goes. He's going to be doing a lot of things here and there for that team, but you know as well as the other players from Invisibles, all of them are quite strong when it comes to their strategy as a team. You see them doing that a lot. They do play together, they do have the strategy. So we'll wait and see if this is something we'll be seeing as well in the PMAC. I will wait and see if that's the case. Then Invisible players are looking at the players from TUIC. One grenade and Tycoonz eSports will be taken back to lobby. Amoli does the nade actually connects there from Zabber. Two players from Tycoonz eSports are down. The third player is down as well. And now one person remains standing as TUIC Danny. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a clash down on the players from Invisibles, but we'll be waiting to see how that goes. But right now Zabber is feeling proud of that knock. The nade did actually connect, and Zabber actually is able to get at least 3 eliminations from Tycoonz eSports by himself. Amazing gameplay there from Zabber. We love to see exactly that. The zone is about to close in. Second phase, we are heading into the third phase of the zone. All the players are now looking to be in the safe zone. You have a player like DS Pulga. For him, he wants to play it safe. We can see him snaking towards the safe zone. He has a team that is ruthless. Yesterday I called them Rush and no one corrected me. Why? I kept on calling them Ruthless Esports. Rush Esports. And it is ruthless, man. It is ruthless. Again, RE, really sorry. I called you guys the wrong name. But then for today, it seems like RE players have made a rotation in their lineup, because we can see their Senior, we can see LL7K, RE nowadays, and also Reborn. All these players are playing tonight. We cannot see Arnie joining the team here tonight, so we want to see how the lineup will be performing. I mean, most teams right now are practicing for PMAC. PMAC is about to come, guys. It is in September. It is coming. We are almost there. We are in July, almost going into August. So all these games that are planned for us, for the people on Yalukua Hapo Leo, they know that Pubg has a lot of events, and this time round we will be having an event in Mombasa. So at Mombasa, but seems like Pubg has finally had you guys, and we'll be having an event in Mombasa. So I'm actually excited to see how that goes and how the event will be for the players in Mombasa. But as of now, the players are from DS, that is a team 12. They will be waiting here patiently to see if someone comes their way. But then you have RE player. I thought it was like Relax, but it's a name that I cannot combine, and I don't know why. But that name. The players, when you alianza ku rank push, how is it going? How is rank push going so far? How is rank push going so far? But then have DS Pulga, that is a player from DS, seems to have been able to get a knock and a fast on the players from RE. Now the teams are finally closing in. RE has to be really careful. Remember, Pulga made his way into the safe zone through snaking. So anything is possible in PUBG Mobile, even if it's making it to the zone through snaking. Pulga proved us wrong. Nothing to lose. They are taking on a fight against the players from Inhale Tempo. 2 players are down. I mean, nothing to lose. He's amongst the most improved games teams, in the KPL games, and we can see them trying to go in for that push. Shady with the M416 trying to get the pre-fires. They're on the window. Flick are going for that push. Shady does go into the S12K fight. They're trying to get the pre-fires, but then Go comes in from the back. It does get the knock. They're on the N2L player. Now one man remains standing, and that is none other than Moonlight. We saw how yesterday Moonlight was able to take out the players from Invisibles one by one. So I'm not sure if he's going to be doing the same thing tonight when it comes to the players from In-Hill Temple, but then he has to be really careful. 44 Nganush team is coming from the back there. Nothing to lose player, that is a 69 God as well, is still standing. We saw him last time, and the players from Nothing to Lose have been eliminated just like that. Kenyan's time is different. Nah, guys. Akuna kuingililia teams. La to go safe, guys. No doing that. No. But it seems like In-Hill Temple will be living to fight another day. Blue alafu hizo zingine. Saa zote. Ni sawa zote. Sorry about that. But the players from DS, that is Pubg, is still getting some knocks. They're on the players from RE, but then their teammates, that is Gen Z player Kevin, has been knocked, and we can see him going in for that Thirst. I mean, if you can get the Thirst, then why not? I believe he's going to be using the same vehicle to make it into the station. But then now the game is because now it's okay. Zima. Now the game is coming to an end, and we are in the third phase of the zone. The zone is going to become a little bit more damaging, heading into the fourth phase of the zone. So that's going to be really something we're going to be looking at and see how we're going to be expecting the games to be for us tonight. But then the DS team, they will be making it into the safe zone. We have the players from Ruthless Esports. They're also playing it really safe as well. Invisibles, we can see them making their rotations into the safe zone. They want to be in the best place when it comes to the games. So we'll be seeing how that goes. Watch a little Sasani Wachanue, guys. For the people who missed today's events, today Pubg players are like high schoolers, me included. What? I have tea. Just saying, today we have to talk about food. So now, every time food was passing by, I'm telling you, even blinking is a lot of time. People, food was disappearing every time. But then at least, unajua, chovya, then unafika mahali you cannot get anymore. But then looking at the players there from Prime, one of the players from already is down again. And now Revolt has to go in for that push. But that Invisible player, I touched you, takes him back to lobby. And now you have 7 teams still remaining. We saw the players from Prime, they're losing teammates one by one. 44 Nganush closing in 4 eliminations to their name. 4th phase of the zone. We are heading into the 5th phase of the zone, and you can see the teams literally everywhere. In-Hill Temple, Prime Esports, Slaughter Unit, 44 Nganush. All these teams are close to each other. So of course, we're waiting to see how the 44 Nganush team will be performing for us tonight. Like, what I can tell is, if you have food and you call Pubg Mobile players, I beg, free advice, put yours aside, otherwise you will die of hunger. I am telling you point blank. Anyway, it was nice meeting all of you today and bonding over the Pubg Mobile X Transformer collaboration. It was really nice, and for those who made it, that was an awesome event. I'm sure you had a good time. It was simple, but really amazing. The players are from Invisibles engaging in a fight against the players from DS, that is Levy. Looking at him for that Mushion, being quite aware that DS Levy is quite behind him. He does get the knock there, the S12K, and Nade is about to cook in on the players from Invisible. That is Zaba. The Nade might just be a Kobe. Zaba has to be really careful, but then Zaba is able to go away from that Nade, and this time round he's cooking his Nade. We've seen Zaba's Nade before, and we know it can't be a Kobe, easy peasy. But now the players from DS are going in for that push. Zaba trying to get the revive. I can say him closing on his teammate. I touched the grenade. It does take the damage on Levy, and now Levy trying to get for that push. I mean, I told you something about Invisibles. The synergy there. If you try to push Invisibles, you have to be able to break that synergy. Otherwise, if you're going to do that, then that's not going to be possible. Now, Maria coming in from the back there. Switches to the S12K. It does try to get the knock on Zaba. Remember, anything can happen here. Zaba does get the P5 the DBS. It does get the damage there, but then GG's from I Can't Aim. It does get the elimination on the last player from DS Pubg. Maria and his teammate Levy have been taken back to lobby, and now we're looking at the In-Hill Tempo team. They have a player from Slaughter Unit, and that is Vexy. So Vexy being the only person standing from his team, that is also something interesting we want to see. But then the 44 Nganush team does pass by around where we have Vexy, who does seem quite distracted. He doesn't even know which team to go against, because at this point he is a solo. He has a lot of teams passing by. Everyone is trying to make it to the safe zone. We are in the 5th phase. They're going into the 6th phase of the zone, so everything does count. Making the rotations in time and making the rotations later on time, everything is about how you go about it. We are 4 minutes ahead of you. No, actually not 4. I'm 3 minutes ahead of you. And that delay is very important, because even when you watch esports, even this is actually very small. They get up to 6 minutes delay. So by the time you come to listen to what the caster said, the caster is way ahead of you, way ahead of you. The delay is actually very, very small. But as of now, we can see the players here from 44 Nganush getting quite damaged there with the players from Invisibles. I touched you with the fast knock there on 44 Nganush player, and that is Boomex. And of course, Invisibles will be waiting for the players from 44 Nganush to make their rotations. Either they make it to the station now, smoke out the whole place, and be safe as they move. But then the players from Invisibles watching every single team. I touched you spray there, was not really that good, but as you can see, the players there from Inhale Temple going in for the push. Beautiful cover there. Immediately Pug got knocked. I touched you, was knocked as well by Jago, taken back to lobby. Inhale Temple, Jago gets knocked again. And now FK being the last person standing. It seems like FK disconnected there, and it's just something else. But that's another thing. Okay, so now you have just 2 teams remaining, 44 Nganush versus the Invisibles. 44 Nganush having 3 players in the game, as well as Invisibles having 3 of their players are still remaining. And Kali will be trying to cook up those nades here, trying to get the Kobe's on the players from Invisibles. I can tell him that the beautiful nade on Kali, but then I can tell him has to be careful of the nade. Kali's nade actually connects and does get the damage on I can't aim. This time around, Kali just getting the nades thrown towards the players from Invisibles. You can see Hyunbin there doing a very interesting rotation, and this might just be what takes the players from 44 Nganush all the way back to lobby. But we'll be seeing how that goes. Honestly, a lot is about to happen here. People from the team that is Invisibles and 44 Nganush have a lot on their hands. Which team is going to be getting the chicken dinner? It is the last day of the grand finale in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Game Season 9. So this actually matters. We need to see how that goes. Will it be Invisibles? Will it be 44 Nganush? Which team is going to be giving us the chicken dinner for the first game of the night? Is a knockdown. 44 Nganush player, of course, does get distracted. Does get knocked there. Corona starting to get the damage. Does get the knocked as well. But then unfortunately the players from Invisibles were just a little bit fast compared to the players of 44 Nganush, and they were able to get that elimination easy peasy. And there we go, first game of the night. Invisibles are getting a chicken dinner, and they have a total of 19 eliminations. Invisibles, haram, brothers, haram. This is very much haram. But then coming in second, have 44 Nganusha. They have 6 eliminations. A third, Inhale Tempo 3. Fourth, Brutal Psychos. They have a total of 10 eliminations. All right, GG's Brutal Psychos there. 5 have Slaughter Unit. They have 4 eliminations. 6 you have DS with 4. 7 Prime with 4. 8 you have Ruthless with 1. 9 we have Nothing to Lose 1. 10 TYC 0. 11 NS 1. 12 Deadly 0, 13 Envy 0, and then 14 3 5 1 with 0. Going a lot with 8 defeats, that is I Can't Aim. Best Companion with 3 rescues. Excuse me, NS Plank. I don't know. And then a finisher, the final elimination, Invisible Player Hyunbin. Well, that is it for game 1. Amazing gameplay from the players of that is Invisibles, getting themselves a winner chicken dinner. But I mean, that is just the first game of the night. Anything can happen as the games progress. But amazing gameplay there from 44 Nganush. Beautiful strategy coming from the IGL. They are waiting for the last zone fights, and then now coming in and dominating. That was amazing strategy from the players from 44 Nganush. Mkali saying that people are using VPNs. I'm not sure about that, but if they are, I'm really sorry about that. It is quite unfortunate. But then again, jokes aside, PUBG players, are we not eating at home? Hey, guy, if someone recorded what was happening when people are eating, I'm tutakuwa memes. Anyway, we're taking a quick break and then we'll be back for the second game of the night. If you haven't liked the live, shared, or subscribed, please go ahead and do so because this is the last day in the KPL Season 9 Grand Finale. BRB. All right, we are back for the second game of the night, and that's going to be a Erangel. And as you can see, the flight path is coming from the southwestern side all the way to the southeastern side, basically around military base, all the way to the western side of Erangel. And I really want to know which team is going to be giving us the chicken dinner for this game. But hapa kuna mtu akona Kinyamo that is helping him land to Severny. Is it not Western George Paul? I just said Severny. Excuse me. And that's really interesting. And I want to see how this will happen for this team. But as they do that, let me close this tab here because it wants to terrorize my life. And I'm not going to let that happen tonight. Not on my watch, okay? Eriko Najogo. Huh? Oh, Eriko Najogo. Those are two people? Are those two people? Just give me a second. Okay, all good. Hey, all good. The night is back to normal. So now we can see the teams landing into places they feel they're comfortable landing. And as you can see, in a place like around the bridge, there are almost to a military base bridge. We have at least two teams landing there. Brutal Psychos, as usual, we're used to them landing when it comes to Erangel. They always land in military base, and they seem to have lost one of their teammates. And of course, BPS, the last game there, they dominated quite a lot. And you have a Kobe there from Scavy. Look at the damage the nade left on 5F. I said 51 Cog on a F7 Cog player. Another Kobe there from Scurvy, and now the players from 351 will be eliminated easy peasy, because now, as you can see, players from Brutal Psychos are really playing a little aggressive. They are beautiful free fire from the clip, but then Gyarados there with the Green Flex as well is able to get something happening there, but then unfortunately they have the number as well, and they're getting covered. Scurvy does get knocked as well, and now the players from 351 really need to put their best foot forward, and they do it exactly that, and they are finally able to survive. Brutal Psychos have been able to get at least 4 players down from 351. I mean, I do not know what changed tonight for the Brutal Psychos team, but they're really been a little bit aggressive in these games, and we love to see exactly that. I can see Darwin asking, game ya kwanza imeendaje? Well, as expected, game 1 was quite unpredictable, but we still had the players from Invisibles coming in and whooping a chicken dinner for their team. They almost gave the chicken dinner to 44 Nganush there. I mean, they were doing a really good job. But as you can see now, it seems like the Slaughter unit and the Invisibles are taking each other down. SU players there, Vexy is trying to get the revive on his knocked teammate. 3 of the players are down. And now the Invisible player, Zaba, being the only person standing with it, I touched you. We want to see how they will be going about this, since they have at least 2 teams in the same place as them. He's trying to get the smokes here so that he can cover himself before the players from Slaughter unit decide to get that push happening. Night Strikers being quite close, but as you can see, SU now was going for that push. Killed there trying to cook up a Kobe, but then Zabra does go outside the building and is going to be waiting for an opportunity to engage in this fight. The players now from Slaughter unit trying to look for Zabra, who's actually doing the rotations right now, going away from them. He does get to the next building in the compound, but as you can see, Bombo Clat here, once he gets something happening, he's going to be going towards Zaber, and the players from Night Strikers are just looking around, waiting for a chance to get at least one elimination. But then Zaber tries to go for that push, does get knocked as well, but then Zaza, third part in this fight, does get a knock on SU player 77, and that will be quite unfortunate now, seeing that the players are from Night Strikers will be taking this as an opportunity, going for that push. Shield does get dusted there, Bombo Clat does get knocked as well, and now Mahiri have been the only person standing with his teammate Vex. He will be going for that push, holding hand there, beautiful free fire. He does get the damage there, and he's quite low, trying to get the free fires there, and beautiful knock there from I touch to third part in the fight there. Mahiri will be changing his position, trying to get a better place to engage in this fight, but then what he doesn't know is that they are getting surrounded right now. I touched you, third part in the fight. Night Strikers trying to get the eliminations. So for Mahiri right now, being the only person standing from the Slaughter unit, we want to see how that will be happening, who will be giving us the chicken, or rather the victory for this fight. And of course, Mahiri does make sure he gets the task there on Zaza, because of course, if he's not, he'll be giving his teammate the directions. But then beautiful final elimination there with the pump shotgun from Mahiri does get the last player from Night Strikers. And now Invisible player, I touched you. We can see him trying to get closer to the players from Slaughter unit. Mahiri being able to get the revives. That means once he's done, the players from slaughter unit will have the numbers again, and now which will be counted as an unfortunate event for I touched you. But of course, we know I touched you. He can either get the clutch happening, or we could be saying goodbye to the Invisibles, even though they get a chicken dinner in the first game, getting 17 eliminations from that game. I mean, that was a lot. From that game alone, Invisibles got 27 points in total. That is quite impressive. I mean, we have to give it to Invisibles there. They did put their best foot forward, and that did give them a chicken dinner with 27 points to their name. It's a good play there from the players from Invisible. Then I touched you here. Will be changing his position. He has to be careful though. The players from Slaughter Unit, we can see Mahiri trying to get the spray there on Invisible player. I touched you, but then the spray doesn't really connect, so that means he lives to fight another day. But actually does connect. When I was leaving there, Bomboclat does get the knock on. I touched you. That's quite unfortunate. When I was changing the position, that is when they get that elimination. But then now the players from Ruthless Esports, they have a team that is right in front of them. That is Team 6. That is Inhale Tempo, a team that has also been improving when it comes to the Pubg Mobile Kenya League games. These teams have been doing nothing but incredible gameplays, and we are here for exactly that. Inhale Tempo has shown the most improved team so far, together with Nothing to Lose. I mean, Frozen, man, Frozen, I don't know about you, but you guys deserve, I mean, a clap or something. But they have really improved. Gone are the days when we'll post the results and the WhatsApp group was pure memes on how Frozen was performing. And now I can say Frozen is quite improved. They are doing a really good job. I was asking myself which team is not in the game, and that is RC. I don't know where Spikey and his teammates are, but that's I guess Spikey alipotelea kwa njia. I don't know. I left those guys in the venue today, and yeah, I figured they won't be joining the game, and that's totally okay. I mean, raha jipe mwenyewe, do what you gotta do, have fun, but remember, always play KPL games. Yote ni vanity. KPL is not vanity, guys. Man. Anyway, it is what it is. Kitu ingine, gamers wanakunywa juice kama maji. Hey, leo nimejionea mambo, but it was nice to meet you guys. We can see the players there from 40 for Nganush. They will be making their rotations towards the safe zone. They have a team like Deadly Clan there in Georgiapol. Deadly Clan is waiting there. They are probably going to be waiting to see how that plays out for them. Will we be seeing any fights? There will be seeing any unexpected campers when it comes to the KPL last day in the grand finale. I mean, it is the last day. We have just played one game in Sanok. We are in the second game. The Invisibles does get the chicken dinner for that first game, but now in the second game, Invisibles do get eliminated too early in the game, which is really, really unfortunate. But that doesn't mean that they cannot turn the tables in the next games. Actually, I cannot see another player here, and I'm 100% sure that player is with Spikey as we speak. Lakini ni saa tu. Tutapata huko mbele. But then PMSC is finally here knocking at the door, and I am really excited to see which teams are going to be dominating from Kenya. And I'm just gonna be giving you a secret, guys. Please make it to the group stage. I beg, please make it to the group stage. If you're a Kenyan team, if you can camp, kama ujiku camp, ita Mkali meeting right now. Talk to Mkali, tell him to teach you how to camp. Munajua, we'll be surprised to see 44 Nganush playing in the grand finale because of how they are professional strategic building holders. Do you know we'll be surprised about that? And Minta Kwapo, you know, 44 Nganush is a team to be in. You get what I'm saying? But yes, so far, we can see the teams, they're trying to make their rotations. We have the players from Brutal Cycles. They are holding still in a Georgiapol. So, of course, we'll be waiting to see how that plays out for them. Just give me a second. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. Nimeacha sister yangu nikamwambia wakastie, lakini all she has done, she ameenda team moja bro. Hata jasha Mike alikuwa anajiongelesha, damn it. But we are back and we are yet to see what is going to be happening here. Even already in the live stream, karibu sana. These are the KPL Season 9 Grand Finale games. And make sure you have liked the live. Excuse me, share the live stream link. And of course, subscribe. Nimekimbia. Acha nipumue. Sasa nimeweka hapi hiyo kitu. Bruh, hata Kenya nimeendea nimeacha. Hata sitaendea anymore. Let me leave it. So Slaughter Unit right now taking on the players from DS. And we want to see what Slaughter Unit is up to. Remember, SU there, we saw them engage in a fight earlier. They lost one of the players that is a double 7. He was taken back slowly, and now they are here. And they have a team right next to them that is DS. And we can see Vexy and his teammate Bomboclat trying to get closer. Nades are coming in there, trying to get Kobe's. But then we cannot see any Kobe yet. Mahiri, they're with the wide flank going towards the players from DS. If they're not careful, if they cannot see where Mahiri is as of now, then he might be the reason why they will be taken back to lobby. We'll be seeing if that rotation will be worth it. But we can see Mahiri, they're trying to get a scoping on the players from DS. I also met these players, Leo. I mean, these guys are always winning everywhere. Offline, it will always be Kule, Blade, Mahiri. Same faces. They are the ones who always win the events offline. So, come on, Eza Kuja. Next event, make sure you come so you can win against these players, because they always win these things. They got to go home with the detachable phone fans, the ones you can attach on your phone when you're playing and then detach later. Yeah, they went home with that. I went home with one, but it's not working. I think I don't know how to use it. So if you know how to use it, just tell me in the comment section. Meaning Chaba. Mitch, kumbe when you dance and you may notice leo. Bruh, you guys are recording me, I remember. If you post me, I'm going to report you. Defamation. But as of now, we can see the players, they are from Ruthless eSports. And they are their prime eSports getting at least one of the teammates knocked out. They will be taken back to lobby. Nothing to lose. I can see Boyka, they're asking for nothing to lose. And I'm going to give my guy, Boyka, nothing to lose to see what they're up to. Because already they're taking on a fight. And we can see nothing to lose. Player Shady going in for that with simple player Pubg. He does get the pre-fires on Shady, but then nothing really happens. The switches to FPP. He does get the pre-fires, the S, not even the S, the S1, and is waiting for the player from Inhale Tempo to make a mistake. PK with the damage of Shady. He does go in for that push, almost fumbling that knock, and he does get the knock there on Pog. Of course, is going to be taking him back to lobby. PK have been the only person standing now from Inhale Tempo. He has to do something about it. Actually, Gunho is in the game as well. Moonlight is important. The beautiful pre-fire, then the nade actually connects, and the player from Inhale Tempo is down. Nothing to lose. Has basically nothing to lose, because they have been able to eliminate the Inhale Tempo team, taking them back to lobby. Beautiful spray there from DS player. So we'll be seeing how that goes. But then he seems to have been able to get the first up in there. Tycoonz eSports, third party in this fight. The sprays are connecting. They are getting the damage on the players from DS. And as they do that, Deadly Clan is coming from the back, and they want to get the damage on these players. I mean, we want to see how this will be going. At least 4 teams in the same location. What will be happening right now? And oh, Soli says, don't worry, Slaughter Unit will come group stage. I mean, that is the hack, guys. Please get to group stage. I'm not even lying. Imagine if Kenyan teams at least, not even imagine, Kenyan teams make at least 5 teams to the group stage. You can mention those teams, which teams you think they will be getting to the group stage. Don't you think that would be really impressive? I'm not even lying, man. You guys have played KPL 9 seasons. We have seen you guys improved. We have seen teams that were not really doing that good are now coming up really well. They have become more strategic. They have the structure. They know when to engage. They know when to not to engage. And that's something we'll have to see. But then the deadly player that will be going for that, which have to be really, really careful. Prime player Vaughn, they're waiting for them. Deadly Dex being aware of Vaughn's location. And Vaughn here trying to get the pre-fires on the players from Deadly. The push will be happening here finally. And he has to be really careful, because a nade is getting put up there on Vaughn. The nade would actually connect, and you might see one of the players getting knocked here from Prime. That is Vaughn. The nade doesn't connect, but then the sprays are connecting, and Vaughn, being the only person standing from Prime, has been eliminated. by Brutal Cycles player Scurvy, taking them all the way back to lobby. Scurvy and his team are doing a really good job so far. 10 eliminations in the first game. I can only imagine what their plan is when it comes to the next games now. They're really playing on the aggressive side. Yesterday, Brutal Cycles, they were not having a good time. They didn't really get to perform that good. And now coming in today's games, they have somehow changed their strategy, and that's something we want to see if it's going to be working out or not. It's something we want to see. I forgot to post flawless copy. I'm supposed to show you here on the OBS. Leo no Arnie Glaze, man. Ulichukule baya. I don't machana now. I don't want it to cause some issues I don't want anyway. So you have the players from Deadly Clan there. They have Tycoonz eSports. So they are closing in on them as well. And Deadly Jamal there, who has to be really careful, because as you can see, TCX out here is getting that push on Jamal. On the teammates from Deadly, that is Manu, is already down. And as you can see, Kadir is going in for that push, though one thing might be impossible to do is going in for that push without the players from DS third party in this fight. We still have the players from In-Hill Temple holding the same compound, and they have the players from Slaughter Unit joining them in this compound. Mahiri and his teammate Bomboclat are snaking towards the zone, so of course, excuse me, we are going to be seeing how that goes. Anyway, after before me post the dance, not the post. I do it before people do it for me, okay? It's a talent. Before you post me, I'll have posted myself. Problem is, those people in that event, every time I'm training, dancing there, they're just recording. Bro. Mimi mkinyona nikidance mahali, funga macho na usonge tu, hata usionge, just say wow and move on. Nothing to lose player has been Kobe there by Slaughter Unit player, and of course they will be going in for that push. Mahiri and his teammates, they want to take on the players with nothing to lose. 69 goal there has been taken back to lobby, and Bomboclat on the other hand, he has been eliminated as well. And as you can see now, Shady, he'll be going in for that push. Mahiri trying to get the utilities up for this fight, but then what he has to be comfortable about is that he has more people to go against than the players of nothing to lose. They have the numbers, but he is only but a solo for nothing to lose. They have at least two players, and that is 60 Shady and not even 69 god, but Moonlight remaining from the team. Mahiri has to be really careful. Moonlight, they're trying to get the Mollies in that compound. He's trying to get the damage on Mahiri, but then the Molly doesn't really get to damage him, because this house, when you sit at the corner, nothing happens to you. Miracles in Pubg Mobile, right? So that's something, of course, we'll be waiting to see what happens here when it comes to Slaughter Unit player Mahiri and the team that is Moonlight. He does get the nades towards Moonlight, but then nothing really happens. Moonlight there finally goes in for that push. Mahiri have been ready to take on this fight. There has the nade in his hand here. Probably is going to be a Kobe, because the nothing to lose players are coming in for that push together. Shady getting closer, but then Shady with that simple elimination on Mahiri, he does get him knocked, but then Mahiri's nade as well does connect, and you can see Shady there has been eliminated by the players from DS as they watch this fight as it happens. Brutal Psycho player Scurvy, he is really doing that thing, getting the knocks on the players from Ruthless Esports, and of course Scurvy, seeing that he has that knock, he is trying to find a way of getting that push happening. TYC player Haysaye being exposed to Scurvy, but I really want to see what will Scurvy be up to when it comes to this game. See that there are only two players remaining from his team. That is him and Viper, so they have to be really careful. Seeing a team that is right in front of them, that is TYC, they have the numbers. Ruthless Esports, they have the numbers as well. Ruthless Esports waiting on the players from 44 Nganush. When you look on that side, you can see 44 Nganush players there. They are really waiting for that chance to get the fight happening. Last time there was a fight that ended here, and the players from 44 Nganush, especially Mkali, he is quite aware of this ridge, and we saw him getting the rotations happening in the same ridge, just around the same place, but he knew where to go, when to go, and that did actually work for his team. And now the TYC players, that is Dardir and his teammate, that is his Saye, they are also getting closer to the players from 44 Nganush. They are now the sandwich team in this last zone fight, and we want to see 44 Nganush what is their plan when it comes to this game. Moonlight there does get eliminated as well. Now we have just 5 teams remaining, And of course, the question still stands between Brutal Psychers, 44 Nganush, Tycoonz eSports, DS, and the players from Ruthless eSports. Which team is going to be giving us a winner chicken dinner when it comes to the second game of the night in Erangel? 44 Nganush there. They have the nades getting cooked up there. They might be trying to get Kobe's, but then Scurvy is quite far away from Viper. I mean, look at Viper snaking his way on the ridges here, and no one can see him. But then that smoke, of course, will be exposing his location, and the players from Ruthless eSports might just be looking that side to see if they can see anyone. But Viper has to be really careful. That smoke will be the reason they know where he is, so he has to be really careful. Scurvy there getting spotted, and you can see the damage. But is it going to be easy for them? Beautiful spray there from Viper. It does get one of the players from TYC down, and that is TCX Dadir. He is down, leaving just one player standing. Is Heisaye, who has to be really careful because DS Bad Boy is right behind him, waiting for that one chance to be able to get the last player all the way back to lobby. So we'll be waiting to see how that plays out. But then DS Bad Boy does go in for that push, and the players from TYC does go towards the safe zone. All that matters right now is making it to the safe zone. The 5 teams, they are not exposing themselves. Kronos, they're getting the elimination on Dadir. I mean, if you cannot take it, steal it. That's easy. Kama si yako iba, eh? No. That's not a phrase. That's a lie. Other players from Ruthless eSports, they're going in for that push. You can see the damage. Not if they're getting sprayed, and he's down. DS player, that is Bad Boy, has been spotted by Senior. We can see him trying to go in for that push. Senior is also a good player from Ruthless, so let's see how that will be happening. But then right now, Senior is still the player. They're standing. Beautiful pre-fires, and Bad Boy does get the damage. But then Mukali's team, 44 Nganush player, Kronos, that's for Senior, and that means Senior's chance has been exploited, and that Kobe does connect, taking Senior all the way back to lobby. Bad Boy now has his location exposed. The 2 teams remaining, 44 Nganush, and the players are from, not even the players, but the player from DS, that is Bad Boy. He might just be taking him back to lobby with just the 2 teams remaining. Kobe's getting cooked up there. Bad Boy getting spotted, and Kronos does get that chicken dinner for 44 Nganush. First game there, 44 Nganush ended second, completed the game second, and now this time round, 44 Nganush finally do get their chicken dinner, and with a total of 5 eliminations to their name. Coming in second, you have DS there. They have a total of 12 eliminations. The third, you have Ruthless, 4 eliminations. Fourth, you have Brutal Psychers, 6. 5, Tycoonz eSports, 4. 6 nothing, 2 lose, 6. 7, you have Slaughter Unit, 8. 8, you have Deadly Clan 2, 9, Prime eSports 0, 10, Inhale Tempo 0, 11, Envy 0, 12, Invisibles 1, 13, NS 2, and then 14, you have 3, 5, 1 with 1 elimination. Going all out with 9 defeats, we have DS Bad Boy, Best Companion with 2 rescues, SU Bomboclat, and then the finisher with the final elimination, Kronos 40 for Nganush. Well, that is it for the second game of the night. I mean, 44 Nganush game 1 were not able to get the chicken dinner, but then they stayed composed, and they are now able to get a chicken dinner for the second game of the night. So big up again to the IGL for getting that easy chicken dinner for his team. Of course, we'll be taking a quick break, and we'll be right back after a very short break. BRB. All right, we are back. Third game of the night, and that is Miramar. And Mkali amewambia kitu very important. Na iwe funzo. Kukamp can get you a chicken dinner. No, scratch that. Strategically hold anywhere and have good IGLs. Then of course you'll be having a good time. I can see Mkali up on a meeting the IGL. Yeah, I'm doing a video Nikki dance, guys. I was there IGLing people like go left, go right. I'm Talanta nimekalia anyway. I say don't worry. Najipost. Kesha asubuhi first thing in the morning. Najipost dance. Before anyone does it, I'll do it for myself. I'll post myself. Ndio mtu akichoma anichome kwa comment yangu. Nijione hapo nijiulize maswali peke yangu. Anyway, looking at the third game of the night, we can see the flight path coming from the northern side all the way to Mina del Sur, and the teams have landed to places they feel they need to land so they can engage in the fight here in Miramar. Remember, this is the last game and the last day for the games in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Game Season 9 Grand Finale, and we have RC finally joining us. We can see Adesanya, Shaki, and Rashiano joining the games tonight. Finally, I don't know where they were, but it is nice to see them coming in the game. I think the IGL was offline. I told you where the IGL is. Spiky. Spiky mtamuona tu pahali kwa live. Anyway, if you see Spiky, mwambie ende home, okay? Tell Spiky I've told him to go home. Anyway, beautiful to see that their players from RC are in the game here. We'll be waiting to see how they perform. But how the players from DS taking on the players from Ruthless, taking them down one by one. Ruthless eSports, they're having another teammate getting knocked as all. That means they have at least two teams around them. That is Reborn getting a knock on the players from SU. And of course, he's waiting for the players from SU to go in for that push. Just as a shotgun, going outside might not be the best thing, seen that there are a lot of teams around them. And being outside might lead him to get third party in that fight. So of course we'll be waiting to see how this plays out. But then Reborn will be waiting on FPP. What he doesn't know is that the players from Slaughter Unit are really struggling to find how they're going to be doing this. They do not have good guns to engage in this fight, but we'll be seeing how this goes so far. Mahiri trying to hold the fort here, and the player from basically the player, from Ruthless Esports, that is Reborn, he will not be going in for that push, because if he does, then he'll be risking getting knocked and thasted easy peasy, because his teammates are not in the same compound as him. You can see where RE player LLZK, man, what is this name, guys? I need some guidance on how to say his name so that I can say it easy. But for now, we have three teams in the same place. I don't know if it's this. Yes, it's Vel Del Mar. And we have at least three teams there. The Slaughter Unit. RE, beautiful cover there. And we have SU player 77 getting knocked as well. And Reborn immediately knowing that, he'll be trying to go in for that push on the players from Slaughter Unit, trying to get the P-fires happening. But then nothing is really taking place. No knock has been registered yet. The players from Slaughter Unit are basically sandwiching Reborn right now. SU player Mahiri, he does start going for that push, and a beautiful knock there from Reborn, although one of the players from RE has been taken back to lobby, that is Nade. And Reborn here trying to get as much on ground as he can, trying to get the teammates from SU really distracted. He has the knocks there, he's trying to get the Thursday, he's not going for the push, but then he has to be really careful. He's just one man against the players from Slaughter Unit. And for SU, they seem to be lacking in terms of the med situation right now. It is not good. It's not looking good for them, because you can see SC player 77 hasn't really healed up there, and they're trying to go for that push. I mean, the confidence on 77 is quite high here. He's just using a pistol, and they want to go for that push on Reborn. They do not have the utilities, they do not have the guns, but they want to take on that fight against the player from Ruthless Esports, and that is none other than Reborn. And you can see his teammate there on the other hand is getting quite damaged, because you can see the players from DS, they are trying to get close to him. SU players trying to go in for that push on the player from RE. They're also quite confused. They do not know how to go about this. They are really thinking it through. We don't have the meds, we don't have the weapons, so maybe going in for that push might not be good. But then Mahiri does get a Kobe on the player from RE, and that is Reborn. With just one player standing, that is LL7K. And of course, we'll be waiting to see how this player does perform at the end of the day. As of now, guys, you can tell me how you feel about it. Mitonashina results after game on a BIB moment. Skia. shida ni nini? I've been trying to connect. You know, my phone doesn't have charge, so I have to charge after every break. So unaona imefika at least iko around 40 50 I think. I didn't have charge, so I had to really get the charge going on as the games progress. But acha nifungue actually, because Smith said he sent. I'm just not sure which number he used to send it, but your results are ready. I am trying to see. He sent them, but to who? To me? Aha! Watching could distract there, but then you can see Mahiri there has been knocked and of course has been taken back to lobby slaughter unit, losing one of the players, one of the best players, if I can say that, and that is Mahiri there. He seems to have been knocked and thrusted all the way back to lobby. Unfortunate there for the players from slaughter unit, but the good thing about slaughter unit as well, they have the numbers, they have the strategy, just like Invisibles. Slaughter unit is another team that has good composure, they have good strategy. And if they apply it here, even though they have lost one player, that is Mahiri, they might be able to do a little bit more for their teams. You can see the players from Tycoonz eSports. Butcher is down. Hey, Saye and his teammates have to really, after the game now, seeing that the players from Brutal Cycles are getting the damage, they are really going to be having a back and forth here with the players. They will wait and see how that really works out. Are we going to be seeing anything happening with the players here from Brutal Cycles be taken on the players from TYC? Hey, they might just be exposed on the players from Brutal Cycles, so we'll be seeing how that goes. But then RC players there, Rashiano has been able to get a knock and a fast on the players from Prime Esports. The rotation has to start happening and the fast phase, yes, but remember Miramar is a big map and most teams tend to focus on getting compounds that have cover, and then they can stay there, get the cover earlier, because it's too big. If you stay open, you'll get third party, you'll get surrounded, and if I'm not even gonna lie, you will be having a really hard time trying to go through this game without finding it impossible to remove a team from the compound if they really want to hold it. So for now, the teams should focus on making their rotations. I kept on asking you guys, but Nikama, you don't want to respond, but I need you to name 5 teams that you think will be able to make it to the group stage from the Kenya community. Just 5 teams. I'm not telling you give me 10, 20, no. 5 strong teams that you feel if they put their work into their games, if they put their back on those lobbies, they might actually make it to the group stage. Give me those 5 teams and we see how they'll be performing. Honestly, it's not an easy thing. I mean, getting to the group stage is not going to be easy, but you see the good thing is, another thing you guys don't know, let me now inform you. South Africa will be playing against South Africa. West Africa will be playing against West Africa. East Africa will be playing against East Africa. You understand? So that is even easier, you know, because you'll be playing against Somalia. I mean, these are regions you've played against in the East Africa clash, in the Kenya Somali League. We've already had the feel of this team, so I mean that should be working out for you. But then a beautiful spray there for Mike and Aim. I mean, let's get the knock and the fast on 3-5-1 player. I don't know what's happening to 3-5-1 esports tonight, but then they seem to be having a really bad night. Of course, it does happen sometimes. Some days the game are good, and then some other days the games are just not giving it. And it seems like that is the case for the players from 3-5-1. We saw them being the first position team when it came to the semi-finals. So of course, we know how good they are. We know 3-5-1 has good potential. So yes, we are expecting more from 3-5-1. Maybe tonight is just not their day, but then we can see the players from Envy going in for that push. Smokes everywhere. They want to get this the looting happening. Tycoonz eSports is quite close to them as well, but they are not really engaging in that fight at all, and that is something we are going to be looking at to see what is the thing here, what is really happening. Is something going to be changing? Is TYC going to be getting the fight? Is Envy going to be engaging? Are we going to be seeing a team like Brutal Cycles engaging as well? That's something we really want to see, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Acha tutasare kama MU Rush Black next game. We're waiting for the comeback. Atimombe msamaha na nini kwani oh, rush. Nah, rush is there's no rush these days. It is ruthless. Hakuna rush. It is ruthless. But I will be seeing maybe Russia just not having that day, man. Yeah, but don't quit, Black, or don't quit. Quitting is not the way. And for MU, they might be doing something. I don't think they quit. Maybe something is just not going their way. And but yeah, MU is MU, guys. Even if you don't see them here, you have to be really careful. MU does go silent, and sometimes they're cooking and then they come back and they're dominating the PUBG Mobile Kenya scene. So don't assume, if I'm being honest. Don't assume. Mercenary Union can surprise you guys. Vibaya sana. Vibaya sana. And you know what I'm saying, guys. For the people who've watched the PUBG Mobile Kenya scene, munaelewa what I'm trying to tell you. MU can be cooking, and they might come back stronger than you expected. And you'll be surprised. And you will change your minds. But anyway, let's wait and see. So we're in the second phase of the zone. We're moving into the third phase. Excuse me. Oh, poleni them. Umekunywa maji haraka. But the players some brutal cycles. They have Malefic getting knocked as well. So BPX players haven't really done a good job. For this game, they have 2 eliminations. For the past few games, they had 10 eliminations. And that means in terms of their position, their elimination points are really high when it comes to the first 2 games. So we'll be seeing if that does do anything for them or not. But then the players some Slaughter unit there will be making their rotations towards the safe zone. DS there seems to be losing players to the zone. Brutal Cycle player that is Gyros and Malefic have been taken back to lobby. Viper being knocked as well, and now Scurvy, we can see him going away from the crime scene, and he doesn't want to stay there anymore. Honestly, if it works, it works. If that's the strategy they want to go with, then they can go with that. I can see Darwin really pushing for Rush to Rush Black to really, put his best foot forward, and that's a good thing to see, because he's telling him that these errors, they should take the errors and improve. Otherwise, he has a good team, and that's a fact. Ruthless Esports is actually a good team. That's something we have to tell them so that they can know, because Ruthless, if they want to, they can do that thing if they want to. So in short, any team that has participated in KPL, and we have to say it, that team is good. Frozen started somewhere, guys. Frozen started somewhere. I'm not even lying. Frozen started in a place where people will judge and say they're not doing a good job here and there. And they still, Frozen took a very long break from the KPL scene, and that's totally okay. And then when they came back stronger. That means KPL is actually motivating you guys. Now, hapo sasa, you have to give KPL organizers some credit, because sometimes we don't host maybe also, funding and stuff like that. It does take a lot. But I thank a person like Bravo, who actually came up and said that she was going to be helping KPL and was giving us prize pools. So that's really good. So big shout out to Bravo as well. But other than that, I mean, funding the KPL has not been easy. And the thing is, you guys have been showing up, and we really appreciate you guys for showing up, and we appreciate the effort, the love. Tumekosana 1,000,001 times, guys. Tusiana ya kutosha, but at the end of the day, you still come back and play. So if you play KPL, you get to improve. N2L Frozen is a good example. In Hill Tempo as well, there's a time they didn't play. They came back. Look at them now. In Hill Tempo decided to take that break, and they came back and they're wiping teams in KPL. So as for my side, I can see it as a way of teams using this as a milestone, because if I can dominate KPL, what is stopping me from dominating East Africa? You understand? Because I've already beat my country. So let me try East Africa. And Apex is asking what time are the PMSC games. Actually, it's 7 p.m. our time. Kila country 7 p.m. time yao. South Africa watacheza 7 p.m. time yao. Kenya 7 p.m. East Africa 7 p.m. their time. West Africa 7 p.m. their time. Evo. All games are being played at 7 p.m. but 7 p.m. your region. So for us, it's 7 p.m. East Africa. So ni saa moja usiku. From kesho. I don't want when we are going for the live on the group stage and you guys do not have, we don't have Kenyan teams. Man, ndasikia vibaya. How will I start saying, yeah, Maybe the caucus at Oliza, what happened? Aye. Danza, you know, in Kenya we don't have electricity. But I have faith in you guys. Now I'm in Mbaya. I mean, fikeni group stage mfinye oga. I beg. These guys are using juju. If only they knew. It is the stress in our country that is making us this good. But as of now, you have the players from Night Strikers that are taking on the players from In-Hill Temple. And we have Fiki, they are being knocked. Of course, they will be looking to take him back to lobby. Night Strikers are taking on the players from 44 Nganush. Such pity there because the 44 Nganush team was able to get a chicken dinner. And now Ernest being down. All the players has been knocked. And you can see Kali there trying to get the rotations happening. But then one thing has to be done very carefully is be careful of the players from In-Hill Temple. Beautiful play there from Kali. But then he misses some shots and he's unable to get a knock on the players from In-Hill Temple. As you can see him now, he's making the rotations, trying to get as much damage on the players from In-Hill Temple. They're beautiful. He does get some taps on the player that is Pubg. He should have continued with that spray, and then maybe we will have seen a knock happening there. But then the players from 44 Nganush, you can see one knock on their side again. They do get to knock Azaza from the players from Night Strikers. And nade is getting put up by Fox. Is it going to be a Kobe though? The nade did go there, but then it didn't really connect. And now Boomex with the rotation will be looking to get the thrust on the knocked player from Night Strikers. I mean, 44 Nganush, one chicken dinner, and they have the confidence of I don't know who, but it's something. It's something. Let's see how this does go. But then the players there are engaging in a lot of fight. Envy, they're taking at least 2 of their players down. There will be one of the players, sorry, is down. And Envy Chinese, he's just there waiting for a chance. Let's get the knock on MVP TK. And another player is down. That is forever. And RC players are now playing on the aggressive side, being able to eliminate Envy, taking them back to lobby there just for a trio. But that is what's stopping them from dominating the lobby so far. So let's go where we left the players of In-Hill Temple, because they had a team right next to them. One of the teammates was knocked earlier and they were able to get the revive, not losing any more players on their side. Night Strikers still at the same place. 44 Nganush seems to have changed the location, but then Kali is still around there trying to get the sprays there. The vehicle is quite damaged. One spray from Kali, and the players of In-Hill Temple will be going back to lobby easy peasy, but we'll be seeing if that's going to be the case. Slaughter unit players are getting the wipes. They are happening on their side. Brutal Cycles as well. They have the eliminations. The numbers come to their sides. Curvy there trying to cook up a Kobe on the player from Prime. If that nade is cooked properly, we might just see a Kobe on Zyrax. The nade does connect there. Zyrax is actually damaged, but the damage is not really enough to say it is possible for them to go in for that. Which the nade connects again there. Zyrax being damaged as well. Beautiful P-Fire on the player from BPX. It does get the knockdown. Viper Scurvy now being the last person remaining. He'll be going for that push. Zyrax, one man standing, will be going for that push. RC, that part in the fight, then they get to get the eliminations on the players from Brutal Cycles. Prime Zyrax, they're being confused what just happened there. Who is that guardian angel who made it impossible for the players from Brutal Cycles to get an elimination on me? But then RC player Adesanya does get knocked. Now Rusciano, he'll be looking to get the cover on his knocked teammate to prevent any sprays from thrusting his knocked teammate. 44 Nganush waiting for that fight to come towards its side. We have the players from Nothing to Lose. Moonlight there with the knock. I mean, now is when the battle starts beginning. 4th phase of the zone. DS, that is Di Maria, moving around, being the last person standing from his team, and we are yet to see the best of Di Maria. Will he be able to get at least a clutch for his team? And then now we can talk about something. Okay? But as of now, I have the players from Nothing to Lose, and that is Shady. He will be looking at around his surroundings, to see what is going to be happening. But then so far, so good. Nothing has changed yet. Nothing to Lose is still in the game. That is DS Di Maria. One person standing from the DS team, waiting for that chance. A lot is about to happen now. Players are getting to lose their teammates. Invisible losing Zaber. In-Hill Tempo taking on the players from Night Strikers. I mean, everything is happening. And it is up to the players to decide how are we going to be going about this. Is it going to be an easy peasy chicken dinner for some teams? Or are we going to be seeing a lot of hassle before we can claim the winner chicken dinner for the 3rd game of the night? In-Hill Temple player Ganho will be getting closer as well. He really needs to be careful about this. Question is, will he be able to dominate this game at any point. NS player there has been taken back to lobby, easy peasy by the players from In Hill Temple. Now the battle is their fifth phase of the zone. The damage on Rosciano from the zone is quite high as well. SU getting third partied by Deadly Clan. So right now for the SU team, it's gonna be GG's because it seems like they did not have the position anymore. Deadly Clan on the other hand, they have the location, they have the warehouse, every single thing is happening on their side. I just love to see what is happening here. But now the Deadly Clan there, we can see Zaza. He's getting closer. He has to be careful. Beautiful pre-nade from Dex. And just like that, Zaza has been eliminated. RC players now third part in the fight here. Prime Zyrax is just but a solo. What they need to be on alert on is the players from Deadly. They are waiting by the shark here. That will be, and I mean will be, the most interesting thing we have ever seen if Deadly Clan uses this shark to terrorize all the teams in the last zone fight. 7 teams remaining. Boyka Boss and his teammate, that is Korg. There are only 2 players remaining. For Boyka, I'd say patience is key. If he can wait for the players to eliminate each other and then now third party the fight, that will really work as a plus for 3-5-1. But we'll be waiting to see if Boyka will be using that strategy, or they will be preferring to just engage in that fight as it comes to them. Nothing to lose. 69 God has been knocked, and our N2L Shady has to find a way of getting the revive without losing any more players. The zone is about to close in, so what will be the next step? 44 Nganush taking on the players from RC. Adesanya does get a knock on Mkali, and now 44 Nganush has just 2 players standing. That is Cronus and Fox, and of course you can see them trying to get closer to Mkali as they are already down. RC players are of course looking to get the that's happening, so a lot will be happening for the players from 44 Nganush, and the RC team will not be letting that revive happen easily without getting some sprays towards that side. Rosciano, they're getting revived, and now the push will finally take place. Where's our where did Adesanya go to? And now Rosciano, of course, and his teammate will be making their way to the zone. Of course, seeing how much damage will be coming from the zone. We are in the 5th phase of the zone, going into the 6th phase of the zone. And for the teams now, the zone is everything. Mkali, unfortunately, has been eliminated by Shaki, but then the other players from 44 Nganush trying to make it to the safe zone. Have been spotted by Adesanya. It does get at least 2 knocks there, and 44 Nganush has to find a way of surviving this Cronus and getting sprayed from every single angle. RC, they are watching the fight here. In Hill Temple, Jagor trying to make it to the safe zone, but then nothing to lose holding that shack. Jagor has to be really, really careful. I saw someone telling be careful, be careful, Jagor. But then this time round, Jagor is not terrorizing 44 Nganush because he has been eliminated. 44 Nganush on the other hand, they have at least one of their players down that is boxed, and we can see the revive trying to happen. But then Adesanya passing there, the baggy, and Adesanya does go in for that pushing just like that. 44 Nganush have been taken back to lobby, and all we can say is it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Everyone has to survive, but if you cannot survive, I mean, Ioni Yako. Okay, but as of now, the players are from team that is RC. We have at least 4 teams remaining. That is going to be the players from RC. Nothing to lose. Deadly Clan and 3-5-1 eSports. So we want to see between these 4 teams which team is going to be giving us the chicken dinner. And unfortunately, Korg there has been eliminated. RC watching this fight from afar. RC haven't even played from game 1. They just joined from game 3, and now they are dominating, piling the numbers, the elimination points. They want to get as many points as possible because, as you can see, their gameplay is quite different. They are playing on the aggressive side. Of course, we'll be seeing how this goes. Manu is exposed, and a beautiful spray there from Adesanya. 1 player is down from Deadly. The zone is closing in. Deadly Dex and his team is have to do something. Moonlight there does get spotted. Adesanya misses all his shots on Moonlight. That is really dangerous because now they know his location, and of course they will be trying to get something happening on that side. Deadly Dex does get knocked on the other side by nothing to lose, and immediately Rosciano goes in for that push, uses S12K, and just like that, nothing to lose. I've been able to get that into their kill as well as the players from RC, and now 2 teams remaining. That is RC and the players from Nothing to Lose. 1 man versus a whole squad. Moonlight does get the first knock on Sharky, taking him all the way back to lobby. 2 players remain standing. Rosciano and RC Adesanya, we can see Adesanya going for that push. Beautiful spray for Moonlight. It doesn't really get the knock happening there, but then he has to be really, really careful. Adesanya being quite exposed there. Beautiful spray. He might be able to get that knock happening. Rusciano going in for that push. Any form of distraction will be getting Moonlight all the way back to lobby, so he has to be really, really careful. We can see Moonlight there trying to cook up a Kobe and Rusciano. Question is, who's going to be cooking the first nade, because Rusciano is cooking as well. The nade has get the damage, and now Moonlight has to get the push happening. He does have a shotgun in hand here, but then will he be able to survive? Rusciano and his teammate Adesanya trying to go against one player, and then Rusciano finally with the S12K does get the last player all the way back to lobby. And just like that, RC did not play game 1, did not play game 2. They made it to game 3. They do get their chicken dinner, and not only a chicken dinner, they have 18 eliminations to their name. 28 points in total from just that game. Beautiful gameplay from the players from RC. Coming in second, have nothing to lose. They had 7 eliminations. Third, we have Deadly with 5 eliminations. Fourth, you have 3510. 5, you have 44 Nganush 2. 6, you have Inhale Tempo 2. 7, you have Prime with 1. 8, you have Night Strikers 2. 9, Invisibles 3. 10, Slaughter Unit 3. 11, DS 5. 12 Brutal Psychos 3, 13 Tycoonz is for 0, 14 NV2, and then 15 RE with 0, going a lot with 7 defeats. You have RC Adesanya, Best Companion the 2 rescues, SU Bomboclat, and then finisher with the final elimination, Rashi Anno. Well, I believe that is it for the third game of the night. Amazing gameplay there from all the players, but then big up to RC. They did not play 2 games, but then when they came in and played the third game, they were able to get a chicken dinner with 18 eliminations to their name. Well played there, RC. Beautiful comeback, and of course we're waiting to see how they do in the next game. But as of now, let's take a quick break. If you haven't liked the live, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back and we are in the fourth game of the night. And I can tell you for a fact, teams are still surprising us with how they're getting chicken dinners. I mean, we can talk about RC because how did RC out of nowhere come into the third game of the night? And the thing is, the players from RC initially, they did not have a chance to play. I'm not sure why, but then when it comes to the third game, they came in and we saw how they dominated that game and they got the chicken dinner. But then when you look at this game, you have the flight path coming from Primos all the way to Stalba, and of course we'll be looking to see how that plays out for the team. But so far the RC team has lost at least one of the teams, that is RCBI. I don't know. But yeah, excuse me. We have one of the teammates has been taken back slow, and we can see the prime esports player XYZ. They are trying to go in for that push against Rusciano's, waiting patiently, trying to prepare with the shotgun. And of course, we'll be seeing Rusciano going in for that push. And nade is actually thrown there. It doesn't really go as a Kobe, but then XYZ avoids that fight at all costs, knowing that Rusciano is waiting for him patiently. The thing that he has to be even more careful about is RC Adesanya is getting closer to help his teammate, that is Rusciano. So if you go outside the building, then probably you will be knocked by Adesanya, and now Rusciano will have some fighting ground here, knowing that at least one of your teammates is down. That will be a loophole for me to go in for that push, and they're not the only team that is engaging in a fight. We can see the players from nothing to lose. They have a fight happening on their side, and they somehow have one of the teammates there getting knocked. So we'll be looking at what is happening there, because the Night Strikers and Nothing to Lose are taking each other on head to head. So we want to see how that goes, and we'll see how this is going to be. For these players, are we going to be seeing and Nothing to Lose being taken back to lobby? Are you going to be seeing something different from that side? But then so far so good. The players from Nothing to Lose are still in the game. They haven't really lost that much. Only one of their teammates, Moonlight, has been knocked and casted. I mean, we are in the first phase of the zone, and the players have decided to engage in a fight this early in the game. So that will be really interesting to see how it does work out for these teams. We'll be seeing some teams choosing that party. We'll be seeing some teams deciding that this is a fight we want to take on this early in the game, and then come in later and engage maybe with other teams around the game. But then so far so good. Everything seems to be happening towards the players from Nothing to Lose. They have been able to get a knock. Just give me a second. What is happening? I don't know how that happened. No one was checking their phones. Damn. Okay, it has been sent. No one was checking. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. Nikumoto, Nothing to Lose, mniambie. Frozen, tell us the secret in the comment section. What made Nothing to Lose be where they are right now? How did they change their strategy? How did they become this good? And what is the plan? What is the plan? Mates kama utaki kutusho results zisome. I've looked for that document na si party, by the way. See jokes. Let me ask Smith one last time, but then before you do that, we have a player. So Night Strikers player was able to get at least 2 knocks on the Nothing to Lose team there. But then luckily they had Shady, who was able to go in for that push with the same gun that was used to get the knocks on his teammates, and they will be getting that revive. Luckily Shady was there to save them on time. I mean, they were this close to being eliminated, so that's something else. But then that's something we can talk about. And let me just even ask for it. Just give me a second. Let me ask for them. Give me 1 second. Before Skopje nikule. Before Nimeze, I will be reading them for you later. But that seems like the players from Deadly are taking on the players from 351. They have a couple of knocks on the side there. But then Rozok here is quite heated. But even before we can see what's happening, there seems like the Deadly clan and the players from 351 are really taking each other head to head here. Deadly clan losing at least 2 of their players are to the team that is 351 eSports. They did land in Georgetown. They are losing a couple of players. So I mean, that is something, of course, is expected to happen if you have not planned it. then you will be losing a lot of points for your side. But then, I mean, as the fights go on, I can show you just a little bit of where the results stand as of now. Just give me a second. I am showing you in a few. So a minute. A minute. So here. Oh, so it's wrong. Let me ask. Umefanya nikakuwa distracted by the way Frozen. Ameenda offline tena. Okay, it seems like it's not accurate, guys. It's not accurate, but I can tell you the top three. There's an error somewhere. He's saying that one of the games is not correctly input, but I can tell Frozen that he can let me breathe a little bit. But according to the results that I have right now, the team that is actually leading is Invisibles. They have 93 points, but I can see the margin. I cannot believe that from 93 we're going to 38 and then 33. I mean, Invisibles has the 93, and then the team that follows them, Night Strikers, has 38, and then Slaughter Unit has 33. Hiyo ni maajabu, because those are the only results that Smith is saying are correct. So I don't know how true that is, Frozen, but you can tell me what you think about that, because that margin, a whole 40 points, I believe that's too high. But I mean, this is Invisibles. We have seen how they're performing. We cannot even argue against that. Invisibles have been doing a really good job there. They have been really sticking up to their gameplay. They have not been changing their scenes. They have been doing exactly that, fighting where there is a need to fight, and they have been getting the eliminations, the placements. So they got 2 chicken dinners yesterday. They've got another chicken dinner right now. So of course that margin is expected, but it is too big. We need that margin closed. I think Brutal Psychos will be closing their margin. Seeing that how they have performed tonight, they have at least two games. They have gotten at least 10 plus kills, 10 and 10 plus kills. So that of course does boost their results. But as you can see, when it comes to this fourth game, the teams somehow want to play it a little bit safe. They're making their rotation into the zone. They're not really playing aggressively. They want to be on the safe side right now. But then RC player has a team passing by, and that is Tycoonz. Story does get knocked out of that vehicle easily by Russian. Of course, he'll be taken back to lobby. But then Tycoonz eSports right now really have to find a strategy that works, because their teammate, that is Story, is down. The Deer and his teammate Kani are watching the fight from afar, but then nothing is really happening. So I really want to understand what is going on around TYC's mind, what is changing, and what is making them go for those fights without maybe having a clear picture of how they're going to be handling the fight. So for now, you have the players from RC going in for that push. Adesanya, he is getting closer to the players from Tycoonz Esports. He's ready to take on that fight. TYC, Danny, of course, will be going towards Adesanya, being quite low. Danny, of course, is cooking up a nade. It's going to be a copy on Adesanya. It does get to cook up that nade, but then it goes far away from where Adesanya is. And of course, he will be going in for that push. Adesanya is really ready to take on that fight. Players from Tycoonz Esports, what is your plan? Seen the Kobe there from Kani does actually connect. Now one player remains standing from RC, and that is Rushiano. Remember, RC was able to get a chicken dinner, but then a beautiful spray there from Dadir. That gets the last player from RC. That is Rushiano all the way back to lobby, and now we'll be going to where we have Mahiri now, because it seems like Mahiri is losing that fight here already. Mahiri has been knocked and fasted all the way back to lobby. Vexi and his teammates, actually Vexi, Kuel and Bomboclat, they are the only players in Indian. We have the in-here tempo going in for that push. Jago is down, Fike is down, Ganho is down, and one person means standard is Kuel. He does get the first knock there on a Kuel. Of course, he's trying to get the push happening, trying to get the fast there. Does get another knock on Bomboclat. We might just be seeing one player from in-here tempo take out the whole team, but then luckily for SU, Vexi does join them on time, and he's able to get the last player from in-here tempo, that is Kuel, all the way back to lobby. If Kuel is the same Kuel that we know that is good at TDMs, then we are cooked. We are cooked. Kabisa, kabisa. So Frozen tells us there in the comment section, siri ni kucheza bila pressure ya kuwin and improving kule kuna weakness. That's why hatuna kitu ya kulose. Hatuko hapo kuprove anything to anyone. Okay, the money the lines. Ish. Frozen. Must be nice, but it's nice seeing you saying that about your team and the confidence you actually have in them. That's really good to see that. But it seems like now, as we speak, nothing to lose has lost 2 of their teammates. Only 2 remain standing. That is 69 God and Shady. And we'll be seeing how these players go about their fight. We'll be having at least a couple of teams there, third party, and maybe making it really hard for nothing to lose to continue dominating. But then remember, anything can happen. And some teams might just be able to give us a chicken dinner when we least expect it. You have seen how a team like Prime yesterday, they did dominate. They did get to lead throughout the games. So that is something we can say is actually possible in the KPL games. Even for Prime, if the captain is there in the comment section, you can tell us, what did Prime decide to do now that is different from how they used to play before? Because Prime was not this way, and now they're better and good. And now you can see the players there from previous esports getting pushed there already. One of the teammates is down, and that is gone. And now the last player standing, trying to get a piece of the human being. That's the knock on human being, but then I touched you, seeing him from afar. He does get that knock on the player and takes him all the way back to lobby. Beautiful play there from the player, that is players from Invisibles. But now we can see another team third part in their DS has at least 2 of their players down. Levy is quite low, but then we can see 3-5-1 player Cog trying to get the Kobe's to the players in DS. He is confirming his knocks here. He's going to make sure these players go back to lobby because he needs every single kill to count. Seeing that the players from Invisibles are in the same place as them. 5-1 Boyka is down, and now we have Cog and his teammates Nakib, and OG being the last player standing. A beautiful nade there, does get a Kobe, does connect there, and one of the players from 3-5-1 is quite low. Invisibles, they want to go in for that fight. Levy, what kind of camping? No. In KPL, it's not camping. They're strategically holding positions, and that player does get to hold there, waiting patiently, smoking himself. No one knows he's there. Cog, they're trying to hook up a nade. In case that nade goes the wrong place, he might be able to get the last player there, and I can take him down. And now one person remains standing, and that is I touched you. And you can see the damage there from 3-5-1 Cog. They're getting the damage, and we can see I touched you there with a little pressure, trying to find a way to survive this. DS trying to go away from this fight, and 3-5-1 players are able to eliminate him easy. OG there trying to get a push up there, but then I touched you. Unfortunately for him there, he's quite surrounded, and he will be taken back to lobby. 7 teams remain in the zone. It's getting smaller. We are in the 3rd phase of the zone. We are going into the 4th phase of the zone. Slaughter unit is still in the game. They are brutal cycles. They are finally making it work for them again. Initially in the previous game 3, it was not really going well for them, but then this time round they are really looking forward to making it better. TYC Kani is down. 1 player remains standing. That is the deer. They are going for that push. Bomber flat that's in the sit here, and he does get exposed to the deer. He does get the damage there, but then unfortunately he doesn't really get a knock happening. And now the players from Slaughter unit, they will be going in for that push against the player from TYC, and that is none other than the deer. Bomboclat, they're going in for that push, and finally the Slaughter unit team going in for that push. Beautiful knock there from the deer. 2 players remain standing. Kuel trying to go in for that push. Kuel is done as well. They have a team that part in this fight. The deer, they're making the rotations, is spotted by Vexy, and now it will be only 1 man standing from Slaughter unit who will be able to get the revive on his knocked teammate, but it seems like that is not going to be the case. He is making a very wide rotation, seeing that the 3-5-1 esports team has been able to go in for that push to confirm their knocks on the players from Slaughter unit. This game is not for the weak. Remember, these are the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. You are playing against the best of the best teams in Pubg Mobile Kenya. So yes, things will be a little bit different. But they have the players from Brutal Cycles. They are making their rotations in the game here. Scurvy and his teammates passing by. Viper, Gyros, and Malefic, they are here. They are making their rotations. They are playing it a bit safely. I remember yesterday, Brutal Cycles, they had almost the worst game in the KPL games, but now they're finally finding their footing, and it is working out for them. Finally, they can say that this is going to be one of those days where the game actually wants them to be leading in terms of the overall ranking points. Nothing to lose, holding a compound here. They do not want to engage. Remember, we have just 5 teams remaining. This is the first Erangel game where fights have happened too early in the game, to a point that the zone has gotten smaller. We don't have more than 10 teams remaining. I mean, I keep on telling you guys, KPL is not for the weak. But if you think you're weak, that's totally okay. Play KPL 2 seasons down, and you'll be telling people a different narrative of how you become a better player in the PUBG mobile Kenya scene. I mean, I was supposed to rank push bwana, lakini leo sikuweza. The people rank pushing kunaenda aje? How is it there in Europe? Of course, okay, most Kenyans wanaendanga ku rank KRJP, but na Asia sijui. But the people doing Europe, man, should I rank bush or should I not? Should I give out my account and let someone rank bush for me, or should I rank bush myself? Because ish. It's been a while, and the thing about rank pushing is that if you're not mentally prepared for it, it might actually drain you to a point you won't like it. But I'll see. A lot of things, of course, will be changing, but we have the players there from nothing to lose, and you have them getting closer in Pochinki. They are by the church, about to make a couple of prayers so their team can be able to get a chicken, a dinner, but I don't think nothing to lose needs any prayers. They have done that enough. Now they are showcasing their skills. See, I'm getting a picnic. Did I just see a picnic hub here? Na huyu ameboeka bana. Mimi ningeingia hapa kwanza nikule mkate. Watu walikuwa event leo, hamna adabu. Me being one of them, die. But I'm serious. I hope those people did not record what was happening while people were eating. Kuna watu hadi walikaa kwa stairs chakula ipiti. I was one of them. Hey, Mungu saidia, bariki wengine sasa. But then the nothing to lose here team is spotting the brutal cycles as they make their rotation. Actually, BPX is there in the event. What? As in BPX mnapendana. I didn't see Scurvy though, but everyone else was there. And Ima Penzi, why are the BPX teams so, close like that? Then kuna tuka kina Neds. Leo huyu yuko, kesho ule ayuko. What's the matter? But a lot of people are there, and watu walikuwa wamedunga luku sijui. Mlikuwa sijui mnaenda wapi, mwingine akakuja amevaa slippers, nikimtaja mtamuingililia, na tulikuwa hapa jana tukicast. Today is just a funny day, but it is what it is. I hope you guys are excited for PMSC. Me bedhe ndio akili yangu iko. In the next few hours, you guys will be playing PMSC. So I hope mmejipanga, mko tayari, mmejibonda. You have trained enough. You have played KPL enough. Today should be the last day when you're training in the KPL lobby, knowing that now I'm going to be going against East Africa region. And in Kenya, I was able to beat the Kenyan teams. So, so let's see what you guys have learned over the years playing KPL. Honestly, I'm interested to see where the teams in Kenya will get to. But as of now, I have 5 teams remaining. Like I said, the game was the fight started too early in the game. So the teams are now joining each other finally after a while. So, hydrate. Kusema ukweli. But then a beautiful knock there on the kid has been knocked another 351. Their beautiful cover does get a knock on Viper, and unfortunately the team there from 351 eSports has been taken back slowly with nothing to lose, and you can see 351 OG as well getting damaged by the nothing to lose team right now. 351 eSports is feeling the pressure. On the other side, Brutal Cycles is quite lucky that they have the players from nothing to lose distracting the players from 351 from getting that push happening. The knock shouldn't have been the reason they went in for that push, but now the things are looking a bit different, and now we can see 351 OG does get off the gyros. Of course, will be taken back slowly now. 351 losing players 1 by 1. Question is, Brutal Cycles, are you ready to go against the 44 Nganush team? They seem to be looking for the next chicken dinner, second time in a row. I mean, back to back, 44 Nganush surprises because, leo naangusha bwana. But then the Brutal Psychos team here, Viper and his teammates Gyros, Malefic and Scurvy, they will be waiting by the ridge here. They have at least a team. They're getting closer to them. They have to be really on the alert. They're deadly decks. On the other hand, looking for other players from 44 and Nganush. 4 teams remaining. Deadly, Brutal Psychos, nothing to lose. And the players are from nothing to lose. Question is, BPX has won before. 44 Nganush has won before. Nothing to lose has won before. But then Deadly has not yet won. So probably they will be the ones giving us a chicken dinner for this 4th game of the night. But that's just one. Things are looking a bit shaky here. Yes, they have the compound. But what if the zone decides to move? What will be the next strategy for the players from Deadly Clan? Mkali and his team, they're making the rotations. Mkali said na iwe funzo. Swali ni, what is the funzo Mkali? Ni nini tunalan? Tuambie tujue sahi. Ni nini tunalan? I need to know that. Then tutanzia hapo. We'll know. But then guys, as you're watching the live, please make sure the number of people watching and the likes are the same. I'd really appreciate it. So please like the live if you're yet to do so, share the live stream link, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're yet to do so. But then Brutal Psychos, they're getting the knocks and the 1,000 players, so nothing to lose. And now with just one player standing, that is 69 God, he'll be forced to go against the players from Brutal Psychos who are out for blood to get the chicken dinner in this game. 44 Nganush, they're spotted the last player from nothing to lose, and they have been eliminated easy peasy. Brutal Psychos have been exposed to 44 Nganush. I mean, Nganush are looking for another chicken dinner. How exciting is that these Brutal Psychos players? They're being spotted by Kronos. The damage is their Gyros are being quite damaged, but then the players from 44 Nganush need to start making their rotations. The zone is about to close in. Boomex is watching this fight, and of course things will be a little bit different. Will it be 44 Nganush giving us a chicken dinner? Will it be Brutal Psychos, or will it be the players from Deadly Clan taking the chicken dinner for the 4th game of the night? Everything here is aligned on the players from Deadly, 44 and BPX to give us something to talk about. We can see the rotations are not really getting there. BPX looking for the best place to go, but it's not going to be easy. A lot is going to be happening. Either they get to expose the two third party, basically Deadly, if they spot BPX and get the knocks. Some Mkali basically will be getting those eliminations, and vice versa. If Deadly is knocked, probably BPX will be stealing the kills from the players of 44 Nganush. But then now again, the zone is about to make the rotations, and the 44 Nganush is now moving in. BPX as well is moving in, and now it is up for Deadly Clan there to try and survive, because now everyone wants the compound. Excuse me, who will be able to get that compound? So far, Naders go in there, Dex not being knocked there, but then 44 Nganush trying to close in there. BPX going for that push. 44 Nganush that part of the fight. Their Kobe's are connecting. Brutal Psychos losing players one by one. Gyros, that's gonna knock on Deadly Dex, and that's taking back to lobby immediately. I mean, I got my teammate knocked, so all I need to do is be there to make it work. But then this time round, it seems like the 44 Nganush will be getting the 2nd chicken dinner in a row. Hii mambo ni uongo. 44 Nganush. Nisikize, sikia. Wacha niongee. 44 Nganush, 44. I'm not even calling another team. 44 Nganush is finally dominating in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. A 2nd chicken dinner of the night. Mkali wagwan. Mkali and his team are doing that thing, guys. Yani, acha bwana. Beautiful play there from Kali and his team, getting 6 eliminations to their name. Brutal Psychos coming in 2nd, 4 eliminations to their name. Deadly Clan with 0. 4th, nothing. 2 lose, 6, 5, 3, 5, 1. They have a total of let me even count. 10 eliminations. 10, 3, 5, 1. Nice played, nicely played. 3, 5, 1. There we have SU coming in 6th with 6 eliminations, 7 TYC 2 eliminations, 8 Invisibles 4, 9 DS 3, 10 Prime 3, 11 RE 0, that is Ruthless, 12 Inhale Tempo 1, 13 RC 4, and then 14 Night Strikers with 1. Going a lot with 4 eliminations, we have 351 player Nakib, Best Companion with 2 rescues, we have Nothing to Lose player Shady, and then finisher with the final elimination, Fox from 44 Nganush. Well, I believe that is it for the fourth game of the night. Of course, we'll be taking a quick break and then we'll be right back. So make sure you have liked, shared, and subscribed, because we are going into the last game of the night where we'll be knowing which team is the best in the PUBG Mobile Kenyan League scene. BRB. Oh, okay, good. My internet actually went out, but we are back and we are finally live for the last game of the night, and that is in Miramar. Looking at the flight path, it is basically leaning on the western side of Miramar, but then this time round the safe zone has decided to go on the eastern side, so that means the players that landed on the western side have to go all the way to the eastern side to survive in this game. So of course we'll be waiting to see how the teams perform, and my internet is misbehaving. I'm not sure why, because you can see when my MS is spiking, but we'll just go with it, and when it stabilizes we'll just continue the game, of course. But as of now, we have at least two teams landing in Monte Nuevo. That is the players from Invisibles and the players from In Hill Temple. They have landed together, and of course the players are from Prime, and they have at least two teams around them. There is Prime Clan, Deadly Clan, and a Slaughter Unit. All of them have landed in the same place, so we'll be waiting to see how this goes. And it is something we are looking to see how the teams perform. This is the last game, and this is now where we'll be saying that this is basically the team that has won KPL, or this is basically the best team in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. And of course, some teams have decided to drop out. They have already lost hope. That is understandable. It does happen. Some teams just sit and realize that we cannot win this game, and they take a break from the competition. So the 12 teams that have joined, we're waiting to see out of these teams, excuse me, which team will be able to give us a winner chicken dinner for the last game of the night. And of course, to our viewers, I mean, I can see how a lot of people are watching from Kali's team, and those two chicken dinners do change a lot, guys. You do know a chicken dinner does give you 10 points in. So for those two games, basically 44 Nganush was able to get 20 total points from that, so that is actually a good thing to see. But when I look at Hacienda there, we have a team that is the players from 351, and just right next to them, not even that far, they have another team landing really close to them, and we'll be seeing how that goes and what to expect from them. But then Ruthless eSports, I almost called them a very wrong name, but then Ruthless eSports, they are making their rotations in Mina General. They do not have anyone there. Actually, not many teams have made it to the safe zone, so that of course is something we'll be looking at to see what is going to be happening. Are we going to be having teams going towards the safe zone now, or will they be doing very late rotations when it comes to these games? We have a team, at least in El Pozo, we left the three teams there. They're still there. Nothing to lose, landing on the northwestern side, basically around La Cabrera. They're looting up. They do not have a team landing around them. Brutal Psychos, on the other hand, as well, they do not have teams landing around them. So we are waiting to see which teams actually were not able to join, because you can see RC, we have Ruthless, we have 44 Nganush, In Hill Temple, Slaughter Unit, Brutal Psychos, Night Strikers, Nothing to Lose, Deadly Clan, Prime, Invisibles, 351. Looks like Tycoonz eSports was not able to join. Which other team? DS did not join. NV did not join. Which other team are we thinking about? And of course MU. I think those are 4. That makes 16. Yeah, so those teams haven't really joined. MU has not joined for a while. Like I said, you might be surprised. They might be cooking something, so do not assume that because they missed at least one game, or rather the last finals, that they will be changing their mind about anything. That should not make you assume anyway. But then there seems to be eliminated by the players from Prime. One by one they have been taken down, and the Prime, they having been able to eliminate the team that is Deadly all the way back to lobby. GG's on that. I'm not sure if let me check. I'm not sure if I have the live back. My live disconnected. Is it back? Okay, I think it's back. I was having an issue there with the internet, so I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. When we have players from Invisibles, they seem to be taking on a fight. A couple of teams are getting knocked, so we'll be looking at Invisibles to see what they're up to, because they're taking on the players from In Hill Temple. The push is finally there. Huge been going in for the push to go. A big fight where we can see him getting knocked there. One person remains standing, and that is Pug. And now we want to see what Pug's strategy will be. Is the Invisibles team going to be able to eliminate the players from In Hill Temple? Easy peasy. But we can see Hyun Bin there getting a Kobe on the player from In Hill Temple, that is Pug. But now of course he is quite exposed, and just like that, Invisibles have been able to eliminate the players from In Hill Temple, taking them all the way back into lobby. Prime clan, they're already been able to take out Deadly clan. They have another team around them, and that is the players from Slaughter Unit. They have to be really careful of that team, but already Slaughter Unit has one of the teams. They're getting knocked. Bomboclat as well is knocked. Now 2 players remain standing. That is Mahiri and his teammate Q. So we'll be seeing what the synergy is between Mahiri and Q. See that now they're going to be forced to go against the team, and that is Prime Esports. Mahiri, they're beautiful knock with the S12K. I mean, how often do you see such a beautiful pre-fire with the shotgun? Not everyone does that, but then, oh, look at that pan elimination broadcast and the great finish. And I mean, beautiful play there from Mahiri. The nade actually does connect, and he's quite low. He's trying to heal up here, and you can see Prime 999 trying to get closer to Mahiri. Huel and Mahiri now will be going in for that push. Prime has 3 players standing. That is Zyrax, Vaughn, and 999. And Nate getting hooked up by 999. Oh, Mahiri is quite a very a sneaky player there. You can see how he does get to throw the pan there, waiting for a chance, but then he does push Prime, and of course once he gets knocked, we can see Prime 999 trying to get the thrust there by fisting Mahiri all the way back to lobby. Now Kyul will be the last person remaining from his team, and that is Slaughter Unit going against the players from Prime. I mean, y'all need to give it to Prime, man. Prime, especially Zyrax, I saw him doing the TDM challenge, and I don't know if it's G9. I don't know. It's G9 Zyrax to Prime Zyrax. I'm trying to remember how that went, but he really dominated, and he was really good when it came to TDM, and I can see the same skills are being transferred in the games tonight. So I mean, I think now I'm starting to understand how TDM works. I'm not really a fan of TDM, and seeing that there are players that use TDM to now finally be in the advantage and they can get to eliminate teams easy, that's something really impressive. And I think players should start now playing TDM more and be like Zyrax, okay? Play a lot of TDMs. So now the zone is about to close in. Prime should probably go towards the safe zone. 2 teams have been eliminated. That is Deadly and Inhale Temple. The zone is getting smaller, and the teams around Truck Stop, we have 351. All the way in Truck Stop there we have a Hacienda del Patron. They're in a Brutal Psychos. There we have the Brutal Psychos around that side, but then Slaughter Unit player, that is Kyul, has been eliminated, unfortunately. So the Slaughter Unit are seated in lobby as of right now. So 9 teams that do remain, and we want to see these remaining teams, which team will be giving us the chicken dinner when it comes to the last game of the night, basically the last game in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Games Season 9. We want to see which team will be doing that thing for us. A lot of things, of course, will be going different. Some will decide to start camping, some will decide to start going on the aggressive side. So all this we're expecting to see around this last game is basically expected in the Pubg Mobile esports scene in general, when the last points are basically the make it or break it for any team so far. Excuse me. Looking at Team 18, that is the players from 351. They have at least a couple of teams, honestly, around them. They have nothing to lose around them. They have the players from 44 Nganush around them as well. RC there, we can see Rashiano and his teammates. So they're really engaging in a fight. They're Ruthless Esports. One of the teammates has been knocked down. 2 players are really low there. Senior is on his knees, and then Reborn as well is down. And now 2 players remain standing. That is Nowadays and LLZK, and they'll be going in for that push. So we want to see how that goes, because honestly the players from RC are not taking any else. I mean, they have played only 3 games, and they need all the points they can get. A beautiful play there from Adesanya, but a nice cover from his teammate, and of course they're going to be trying to get the pass there on Adesanya because they can see him clearly. But then 3 players remain standing. That is Rashiano, Shaki, and CBI. And then the nades are getting quickly by Rashiano. Is it going to be a Kobe though? The nade on the other hand from the Ruthless player does get the damage on Rashiano. Look at how low he is. It does get the molly going towards him as well. But then this time around the molly does actually connect and does get the damage. And just like that, RC have been able to eliminate Ruthless Esports from the race. Remember, this is basically the last game of the night. Every single point counts. Teams are getting eliminated one by one. Invisibles, they're getting their fight happening. Brutal Psychos also being a part of all this. They want to ensure that they can make at least a chicken dinner or get more points like they did in the first game and be crowned the best team in the PUBG mobile Kenya scene. But then so far a lot is changing. There are 44 Nganush and his teammates are basically the teammates, sorry, from 44 Nganush are getting closer to the players from Brutal Cycles. You can see them scouting the rotation. Cronus is there, Mkali is there, Fox is there, and Boomex is there as well. So all these teams, players from 44 Nganush will be waiting to see when they can engage. And Night Strikers on the other hand, here we have NS Blink, NS Starboy, NS Snitch Boy, and Zazar being the players from that team. And now right now RC has one of their teammates down, that is Shaki has been taken back. Klobia Desanya is still down, and now Rashiano of course will be looking to go in for that push, but then 351 esports are closing in. Their teammate Adesanya is down. They need to get the revive happening. 351 is also coming in for the push there. As you can see, Nakib coming in with the pan. I mean, he was already going for that fast, but then he realized that there is another player there, and Rashiano and his teammates have made the rotation happening. Rashiano is down as well. Beautiful knock there from Boyka Boss, and we can see Boyka with a beautiful space on RC players, and just like that RC have been eliminated by the players from 3, 5, 1, 6 teams remaining. The game now is getting a bit more interesting. The teams are now feeling the pressure. They are no longer camping. They are finally playing on the aggressive side, and what matters for them is the chicken dinner plus the elimination points from this game. Night Strikers, they have to really find a way of surviving this. Honestly, Night Strikers have been doing a good job, but then when it comes to last day here, they haven't really been having a nice day. Things have not been really going on their way, and now it is the time for them to finally find something or weaver when it comes to this game. Beautiful spray there from Scarby getting a knock on Hyunbin. He'll be trying to get the thrust there, but then I can't aim, and his teammates have to really work on their feet. They need to get the revive on their teammate Hyunbin, otherwise he will be taken back to lobby before they can even realize it. So invisible players there are really forced to get closer to their knocked teammate Hyunbin, but then they have to be really careful. Brutal Cycles, they need their chicken dinner. I touched you, been spotted by Viper. I mean, yote lazima tuone, okay? We must see all of this as it happens. But then the Brutal Cycles player, they are waiting for Invisibles to make a mistake. Malefic, they're moving around the bag as well. I believe he's the one doing the scouting, but then I can't aim. Spots the Night Strikers. Zaza is down, and that does give them a go-ahead to go in for that push. You can see the rotation there from I can't aim. Yesterday I was told I can't aim is Shakid. Leo niko na ulimi mzito ya mkamba jamaa. What is the problem? What is the problem? Why? But then again, these things happen. I mean, teams, sometimes I talk too much and then only mean up on your cup. The Night Striker player Starboy has been spotted by I can't aim. Beautiful spray that does get the damage, and Starboy is down. Finally, I can't aim there. Will be trying to get the thrust happening, but then he has to be really careful. Night Strikers has the players all around. You can see Plink there watching from afar. It does get knocked there by 44 Nganush. Night Striker has been surrounded. 2 players remaining from their team. They have the players from Invisibles getting closer to the push there. I touched you trying to go in for that push. I mean, this could go either way. He could get the wipe or he could be eliminated, but then the Kobe from his teammate Zaba does connected. Now we can see the Molies are getting thrown there. Zaba trying to go in for that push, and Molly is about to go and cook someone back to lobby. But will the name Molly be doing anything for now? Because now the players are from Night Strikers are not even in the same place, but the Molly did spread out and they were able to get those eliminations for the Invisibles. Team 5 teams remaining. 44 Nganush, Brutal Cycles, Prime Esports, Invisibles, and 351 Esports. 5 teams. Last game of the night. Question: who is giving us the chicken dinner for the last game? Invisibles, they have gotten a chicken dinner before. 44 Nganush, same thing. Prime, same thing. BPX, same thing. 351 leading in the semi-finals. But honestly, Brutal Cycles should probably try and get that chicken dinner. They have gotten one before. We have seen BPX dominating. So all these teams that have remained, the last 5 teams, we can comfortably say that they are alpha teams, and the fight between these 2 teams will be unbelievable. Prime Esports is giving teams a hard time. Invisibles are doing the same thing. 44 Nganush turning all odds. So right now we cannot predict and say this or that team. All we can do is wait for that fight to come to us, and then now we can say it is Invisibles or it is going to be Prime Esports. The players from Invisible, beautiful spray there from the players from Prime. We have a touch tube getting knocked by Bone. Of course, they'll be taking him back to lobby. Beautiful strategy from Prime Esports. I told you about Prime. They're giving the players quite a hard time right now. Invisibles are really having it against the players from Prime Esports. 999 with the rotations. Zyrax here in Zaba making the move as well. He does go in for that push there. M4 in his hand, but he does not want to use it. Unfortunately, Scarvy there has been taken back to lobby. Pound by Nakib. Zaba there cooking up a nade. It's going to be a Kobe though. He has to be really careful. The nade does get the damage on Zaber. And you can see I can tame there trying to make the rotation. Zaba changing his position. And Zyrax, of course, will be smoking this place to make his rotations as well. The zone is closing in. Fourth phase of the zone. Fifth phase of the zone will be coming. And the damage from that zone will be close to impossible. The players from 44 and Nganush right now are just making the safest moves they can make. They're making the rotations. They want to be the safe ones. So that is something they will be looking to do when it comes to these games. Honestly, everything is relying on the zone and your team's teamwork. If you do not have teamwork this last zone, the last game of the night, one knock can make your team panic. That's just it. One knock can make your team panic, so you have to be really careful about that. But then Prime Esports players, they are making it to the zone. I know Prime is doing a good job. We all know that. We have seen how they have been doing, so it's really good to see how this goes. What if 44 and Nganush had a good game yesterday? If 44 and Nganush had a good game yesterday, then probably they will be amongst the leading teams, probably in the top 3 in the leaderboard. But yesterday, 44 and Nganush was not really having a good time in the game. They were going back to lobby a number of times there, losing fights too early. So yeah, that would have been something to talk about. That would have been in the leaderboard. But Mkali and his teammates wakaamua acha sasa tucheze kidogo, yani balance. But then now we cannot see what is going to be changing, because 44 Nganush players are now waiting for that chance. Maybe if they get another chicken dinner, that is 30 points in there for their total points. That of course will be making a difference, and now they can be amongst the top probably 5 teams in the KPL games. So let's see how that will be happening. How the players from 3-5-1, that is Boyka, that's how their teammates, they're getting knocked and thirsted. They're really giving people a hard time there. From BX, Viper have been quite low there. Malefic has been taken back to lobby, and the same to Viper, and just like that, Brutal Cycles have been eliminated. 4 teams remain. Invisible players over there has been knocked. I mean, Prime and Invisibles have been having a back-to-back, and it seems that this time round, Invisibles are not having it easy against the players from Prime. Beautiful spray there for Mike and Aim, and now one player remains standing from Invisibles, and he'll be going away from this fight. The zone is about to close in, and who wants to be losing their teammates to the zone instead of even losing it to an opponent? 44 and Nganush, they are taking on the players from 3-5-1. Already one knock has been registered. So let's look at Mkali there and Boomex and all they're up to, because Kronos has been able to get the thirst, and now with 3-5-1 having just one man standing, Boyka boss. We'll be waiting to see how this really turns out for them. Will Boyka be able to get a clash on the players from clash guy clutch on the players from 44 and Nganush, or will they be taken back to lobby, or will he be taken back to lobby by the 44 and Nganush team? Their 44 is the only team that is full till this time. It is the last zone fight, and it is the only team that has a full squad playing. No single team has all their players in, but 44 Nganush has all their players there. We can see Ikantem really dominating against the players from Prime. He is getting knocks here and there. Von there have been quite low, and Zyrax of course will be going for that push. He needs the numbers. He needs to make it work. We can see 44 Nganush getting Kobe on the other side there. Ikantem being quite low, and Nade is getting cooked up there. Is it going to be a Kobe on the Prime Esports? They have to be really careful. The Nade doesn't really connect with the Ikantem, trying to cook up another Nade there. It might just be a Kobe and Von there. The Nade is going in. Von being quite low, the Nade may just be a Kobe, but then doesn't really do that. But then Boyka boss is doing something on the other side. They're getting knocks back to back on the players from 44 and Nganush. But even before we can look at him, Mkali is able to take him back to lobby. 3 teams remaining right now, and honestly, for the players from Prime, they need to finish that fight against I Can't Aim. before the 44 Nganush team decides to get and third party this fight. So we can see the Zyrax are trying to go in for that push. Mollies towards the invisible player that is Icon's aim, but will it be working? Will it be impossible, or will it not be impossible? Nades are literally everywhere. Mollies towards the player, so the player from invisible that is Icon's aim, but he has to find a strategy that does work out. Zyrax there right in front of him has to be really on the alert right now. Invisible player Icon's aim waiting patiently. So let's see what Zyrax will be up to. Will he be seeing a Kobe, or will Mkali and his teammates be the reason that Icon's aim won't be able to take on the players from that is Prime eSports? Mkali immediately sporting Icon's aim and decides not to engage in that fight. He is making the rotations, telling his teammate of a player that is right next to him that is Icon's aim, but then the zone is closing in. Icon's aim is a solo. 44 Nganush is a trio, and actually a full team, not even a trio. Oh, no, a trio. And then the players on Prime are a duo. So let's see what's going to be happening. Icon's aim is baggy. Doing quite damage. His F1 vehicle is not having a good time there because the 44 Nganush team are out to take him out. And just like that, Cronus and his teammates have been able to take them out. Yesterday when Mkali was, their team was not doing well, and then Kelly came in and said that is there a team that will be giving us a chicken dinner back to back in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. He said that there is no team that is that goated, but I think this time around Mkali and his teammates have just pushed to that agenda and say that we are exactly who we say we are. Na iwe funzo, according to Mkali's phrase there, that they are who they say they are. They will be the last team standing against the players from Prime, but I cannot really make that prediction yet because you've seen how good Prime is. It is basically a 3v2. Prime has the strategy. Zyrax there with the knock on corners 44, and now Prime of course really giving the pressure. Then Mkali going in for that push. Von there being quite low. I mean, let's see how this is going, and everything will be happening will be happening. Something will be happening there, but then have the Prime eSports team there will be going in for that push. Mkali there, of course, trying to get that revive on their teammate. Mkali being spotted by Von. I mean, Prime is lacking meds. That might just be their downfall. Because without the meds, how will they be able to heal up and maintain their HPs as they engage in a fight against the players on 44 Nganush? That is really, really important. But as you can see, the Mkali has been spotted by the players from Prime. That is the Prime Zyrax, which was crazy. That's the damage. But then Fox there, spotting Prime player. They will be trying to make it to the zone there. But then you can see the knock there. Beautiful sprays. And now one player remains standing. There is Von. The zone is about to close in. Von does not have meds. And we can close the game and say 44 Nganush, goated team in Pubg Mobile Kenya. Beautiful push there from 44 Nganush. Beautiful spray there from Von on the player that is 44 Nganush player Fox as they make their rotations. I don't know about Fox there, but then he has to be really, really careful because Von has spotted him. And Kali is making a rotation right behind him. So for him, I can tell Von easy peasy. That game is a pure GG's for him. Looking at Kali there, of course, they want to go in for that push. Von is really making it really, really hard for them there. Von has the reach there. He's in it to his advantage. He doesn't have meds to really play on the aggressive side. So he'll be using the utilities that he has, the nades, the mollies, the smokes. But then the nades are up, the mollies are up. One stun grenade, two smokes. I do not think that's going to be possible to win that fight. But honestly, we have watched content creators and everything has just become a little bit different there once in a while. And just like that, last elimination being a card drift from 44 Nganush player Fox. 3 chicken dinners in a row. 3 chicken dinners in a row. Anyway, Mkali, you are goated. Okay? Best IGL for your team, best strategy for your team, and your team has gotten a chicken dinner. Congratulations. 44 Nganush, a total of 7 eliminations and a chicken dinner. They have 30 points from the chicken dinner alone. 30 points. Anyway, congratulations to you guys. Coming in second, you have Prime there with a total of 9 eliminations as well. And then third, you have Invisibles with 11 eliminations. For 351 With a total of 9. 5 we have Brutal Cycles 3, 7 have Night Striker 0, 7 RC 4, 8 Nothing to Lose 0, 9 RE 0, 10 Slaughter Unit 1, 11 Inhale Tempo 0, and then 12 Deadly Clan 0. Going all out with 6 defeats, I Can't Aim. Best Companion, the 2 rescues, NS Snitch Boy, and then the finisher with the final elimination, Fox 44 Nganush. Well, I believe that is it for tonight's games and basically the last day in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Games Season 9. I have been your caster and host, Mitch Gaming. From day one till now, we are here. We have watched all the games. Congratulations to all the teams that have participated, all the 52 teams. We appreciate you here in the Kenya Pubg Mobile League, and we hope to see you guys in the next league. Probably will be something different, but of course, we'll be making sure to update you guys and a few surprises here and there. So please stay locked in. Be in our Discord, be in our WhatsApp, be in our Instagram, be in our TikTok. Just stay updated. For now, it is going to be good night from your girl Mitch Gaming, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time we go live for KPL Kenya Pubg Mobile Leagues. Bye.